Let's look at the solution to the 2022 JAMB Chemistry examination question 41 to 50. Question 41 here says the shape of the s orbital is A. Elliptical, B. Spiral, C. Circular, D. Spherical. Now you want to take note that the shape of the s orbital is actually spherical. All right. So the correct option here is 41, D, spherical. Question 42. Calculate the amount in moles of a gas which occupies 10.5 dm cube at 6 atmosphere, that's ATM, and 30 degrees Celsius. Take R, the universal gas constant, as this is not correct. The value of R is actually 0.082. All right. So this should be 0.082. 0 point, just put a point there. All right, 0.082 atm cube, atmosphere cube, dm cube per Kelvin per mole, right? So in this question, option A, 2.536, B, 1.623, C, 4.736, D, 0.394. All right, so what's the correct answer to this question number 42? How do you solve this? Now, to solve this question here, you have to find the amount in moles, or perhaps the number of moles. You have volume, 10 dm cube. You have 6 atm, that's pressure, right? Pressure is also measured in atmosphere. Then you have temperature. The formula to use here is to recall the ideal gas law, number 42. Recall from the ideal gas law. Ideal gas law. You have that PV is equal to nRT. Now, if you observe here, all the units are checked. ATM here and also ATM here. That's pressure, volume in dm cube. All right. Then you have per mole. Of course, we have to find the number of moles. But you observe that the temperature here is in per Kelvin. Meanwhile, we're giving temperature here as what? 30 degrees Celsius. So the first thing I want to do is to take the temperature being 30 degrees Celsius. I'll convert it to Kelvin. And to do that, I'll just add 273. It becomes 30 plus 273. And that gives you 303. 303 Kelvin. So with this, I've gotten the temperature. So recall from the formula that we have PV is equal to nRT. To get the number of moles N, I'll divide here by RT, divide here by RT. R cancels R, T cancels T. From here, N is equal to PV all over RT. Impute values, this is equal to the value of P is, let's see, pressure 6 atmosphere. So I'm taking P as 6 into V. What's the value of the volume there? V in dm cube, 10.5 dm cube. So this is 10.5 in dm cube all over R 0.08 what? 82 0.082 times the temperature there, which is 303. All right. So if I punch this, I'll just get my calculator and punch this real quick. Numerator 6 times 10.5 divided by denominator 0.082 times 303. That's about 2.54 approximately. It's about 2.54 approximately moles. I have to find the number of moles. So the answer is 2.54 moles. Which option do you have there? Yep, 536, exactly this one here. All right, so that's A. So option A is correct. For 47, they said calculate the amount in moles of silver deposited when 9650C, that's coulomb of electricity, is passed through a solution of silver salt. You're given this value here, which is Faraday's constant. Now, how do you solve 43? I'll just bring it here. So for 43, you're given Faraday's constant F as equal to 96500 coulomb per mole. You have this. Okay. They said when 9650 coulomb of electricity. Now, you know that coulomb is a unit for charge. So you're given a charge there. So charge, we call it Q. Charge Q, it's equal to 9650 in coulomb. What are you asked to find there? It said calculate the amount in moles, the number of moles. All right, number of moles. Now, Faraday's constant F is equal to charge Q all over N, number of moles. Number of moles is in mol, mole. The charge is in coulomb. And that's why the unit is what there? Coulomb per mole, as you can see here. All right. So if you ask to find the number of moles, all we have to do is to make N to be subject of the formula. And the easiest way to do that is you can say, okay, cross multiply. This is all over 1. So N times F gives you NF is equal to 1 times Q is Q, of course. So to get the value of N from here, to get the value of N, you have NF is equal to Q divided by F divided by F. This cancels this. So N is equal to the value of Q, the charge 9650 all over F. The value of F there, 96500. 500. And if I do this, get my calculator and punch 9650 divided by 96500, that's 0.1 basically. So that's 0.1 moles. That's it. So let's see which option gives us 0.1. That's option D, 0.10 moles. That's it. Question 44 says, in the laboratory preparation of triazonitrate 5 acid, the nitrogen 4 oxide formed as a byproduct is removed by A. Further heating, B. Adding concentrated hydrogen tetraoxosulfate 6 acid, C. Cooling the acid solution with cold water, D. Bubbling air through the acid solution. So which of these is the correct answer? So you want to note that the correct answer to this question is D, bubbling air through the acid solution. And this is because bubbling of air through the acid solution removes deposited oxides of nitrogen. All right. So yeah, the correct answer to this question is D, bubbling air through acid solution. Next up, question 45. Aluminium hydroxide is used in the dyeing industry as A. Dye, B. Dispersant, C. Salt, D. Mordant. Now note that aluminium hydroxide is used in the dyeing industry as a mordant. All right. This means that it combines with a dye and thereby fixes it in a material. So the answer there is mordant, right? It combines the dye and fixes it with a material. So that's mordant. Question 46. Ethene is prepared industrially by A. Reforming, B. Polymerization, C. Distillation, D. Cracking. All right. So what's the correct answer to this question? Now the correct answer to this question is that ethene is produced from something called pyrolysis. And pyrolysis is also called cracking, which involves breaking up larger hydrocarbon molecules into smaller and more useful bits. All right. So the answer there is pyrolysis or cracking. The answer there is cracking. 47, you have this radium 226. This you have Rn, radon, right? This is radon 86 and then X plus alpha particle. I think in this question you should find the value of X. Now, if something emits alpha particle, we know that alpha particle is helium, He24. This is alpha particle. And if a particular atom emits alpha particle, the new atom becomes subtract these two here from the mass number, the lower number. So 88 minus 2 gives you 86. All right. And also subtract 4 from the upper number, the mass number. That becomes 226 minus 4. That gives you 222. So the answer there is D, 222. That's your answer. 48. If y equal to 1x squared, 2x squared, 2p to the power 4, and x equal to 1x squared, 2x squared, 2p6, 3x to the power 3x squared. The chemical formula of the likely compound formed between x and y is. Now, how do you get this? Let's get x. For x, we want to get the atomic number as well as the charge. To get the atomic number, simply add up the powers there. The power here is 2 plus 2, that's 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Now for 12, if you do the KLMN shell configuration, 12 becomes 2, 6. KLMN shell configuration becomes 2, 8, 2. All right, 2 plus 8, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So we're having X having a charge of 2 plus. This combines with, let's look at Y. For Y, the atomic number is 2 plus 2. We are adding the powers now. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus this 4 here, that's 8. So you have Y having atomic number 8. If you do the KLMN shell configuration, for 8, you have 2, 6. Now you're having 6 here. This atom here is not stable. It needs either octet or duplet configuration. And for this to achieve octet configuration, that means 8 valence electron, you add 2 electrons, so 2 plus 2 electrons. Now, when an atom gains electron, it becomes negatively charged. So it becomes Y. You now have 2 negative because you're now attracting 2 extra electrons. Now, when you're done with this, the first thing you look at is that these two can actually add up to form a compound because they have opposite signs, plus, minus, positive, negative can attract. Now, when they attract, you now have X here. Irrespective of the sign, the number just comes here. It becomes 2, Y into, also the number here comes this way. It becomes 2, right? So you transfer the numbers, excluding the signs. At this point here, whenever the numbers are the same, they can cancel out. So 2 can cancel 2, they're the same thing, and that gives you xy. So the answer there is xy. Let's see which option is xy. That's option C, xy. All right, 49. The question 49 here says the oxidation number of iodine in KiO3 is, let's get the oxidation number here. A plus 7, B plus 3, C plus 5, D plus 6. So what is the oxidation number of iodine here? Now all we have to do here is to bring out the compound we're given, KiO3. Now first things first, the element we have here is potassium, and potassium is having a charge. You're having K plus. All right, so the charge for potassium is plus 1. So I have plus 1. Plus, next up, iodine. We are assuming we don't know it, so we call it an X there. All right, that's what you're looking for. Plus, next up, for oxygen there, we usually have O2 minus. That means the charge on oxygen is usually minus 2 or 2 minus. So I have minus 2. For oxygen, you have 3 atoms here, so it becomes times 3. Now, this is a neutral atom. By neutral atom, this element here, or this compound here, this compound here is a neutral compound because it has no positive or no negative. So it's a neutral compound. So for a neutral compound, you equate it to what there? 0. That's what you do. So from here, I'm having 1. So 1 plus x, x plus minus 2 times 3 minus 6, it's equal to 0. Let's work on this. 1 minus 6 gives you minus 5. So x minus 5 equal to 0. So how do we get x? X is equal to minus 5 moves over, it becomes plus 5. The answer there is plus 5, which is option C, plus 5. That's your answer. All right, finally, question 50. Question 50 here says the gas that can be collected by downward displacement of air is A, chlorine or chlorine gas, B, sulfur dioxide, C, carbon dioxide, D, ammonia. The correct answer to this is ammonia, right? So ammonia is that gas that can be collected by downward displacement of air, all right? Okay, guys, so with this, we're done with the 2022 JAMB Chemistry examination questions and answer. All right. So look at the JAMB past question and answers for other subjects in the next class. All right. Okay, guys. So please take note that we have a JAMB WhatsApp group for 2026 JAMB Bites. All right. So if you're writing JAMB for 2026, we have a JAMB WhatsApp group where we do revision, daily revisions on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So if you're a science student and you want to join our JAMB WhatsApp group, I'll leave a link to the JAMB WhatsApp group in the video description. All right. You can also join our JAMB channel membership to get access to exclusive content for JAMB Bites, or you can get the full JAMB course on our website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses and you see the JAMB/WAEC classes. All right. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. Like this video. Also leave a comment. Right, for the comments, I gave you a task, question number 11. Solve it, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. If it's your first time here or you're yet to subscribe, please do what to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload a new content. Then finally, ensure to share this video to your friends and their colleagues so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.